Do you put your life on the line? What do you care about most in your life? Do you have anything that you would put your life on the line for? Isn't it incredible how Jesus' disciples were able to preach the gospel so boldly despite facing horrific persecution? Even after seeing Jesus be crucified before their very eyes, and even under the constant threat of being killed in the same way their teacher had, Jesus' apostles were afraid of nothing. Let's take a look at how people, like Apostle Paul, were able to value the gospel more than their lives. Paul treasured Jesus as the Messiah that meant more to him than anything else in the world. Why? Because Jesus was the person who would resolve his issues of life and eternal salvation. Apostle Paul valued Christ as preciously as God, saying, "He is God." Of course, God himself exists as a separate being from Jesus, but Jesus is indeed a person God had come upon. God's thoughts, his ideology, and his mentality were revealed through Jesus. Paul saw this clearly and served Jesus with fear. The words of the Messiah became the gospel, because the gospel itself is God. Paul so deeply cherished his mission of preaching the gospel. To those who know, it is the word of life. The gospel acts as the body of the Lord. The gospel itself is God, the Holy Spirit, and the Lord. If you value the gospel itself, then God comes upon you, and the Holy Spirit comes upon you. We must all surrender ourselves to this definition of a true disciple, and make it become our life. The gospel, expressed differently, is called mission. When I prayed about the gospel, the Holy Spirit said, stated differently, gospel is destiny. It's your fortune. It's the way of life that implores you to fulfill it. Everyone is, in reality, waiting for the gospel, so have no fear. All of us must be turned over with this philosophy of Apostle Paul, and preach the gospel, valuing it more than our lives. But first, we must have a proper understanding about what it means to put our lives on the line. Today's society, unlike Jesus' time period, is not one in which believers are killed because of their religion. The work of preaching the gospel might be difficult and full of pain, or it might go well and be comfortable, but no matter what it takes, as long as you do it, it is like you have done it with your life on the line. And if you haven't done it, then that means you haven't valued it more than your life. With these clear thoughts to guide you, do it, making the mission of preaching the gospel your greatest joy.